Greetings, my noble knights. It is I, Blaze Templar, and we're here for week 6 of the CDL Draft League. We are ready to go. Anyway, let's get rocking, let's get rolling, and let's see. He did bring some of the things I thought he would, and I'm looking forward to doing what I can about that. I think his likely leads are the Gallicipod. That's a pretty likely one, I'd think. Rhyperior, and Lycanroc Dusk. Against those, Quagsire does pretty decently. He could Whimsicott or Florges, but Whimsicott doesn't really get hazards outside of Spikes, and Florges just has special bulk, so I think we're going to actually lead the Quagsire. So I think that's going to work out okay. He could lead the Ninetales, but this is actually an okay lead for me. I could hard switch into the Xatu, predicting him to go for the rocks, and considering I am very vulnerable to rocks, we are actually going to pull the hard switch predicting that. Because he's probably pretty sure that I can't one-shot him, and right now, getting the rocks up would... Oh, he read me like a book! He read me like a book. Ouch. That actually was a brave play. Holy smokes. That bites. Okay. Well, a little unfortunate that, but I'm going to go ahead and go into Yanmega, and I believe I have the Bug EMZ, yeah. And hard switch right into Quagsire, I guess. That wasn't my best play. Why did I go into Yanmega? Well, Giga Drain might take him out if he's not running enough bulk. So, if he's not Assault Vest, this will take him out. I'm guessing that might be what he was running, just because of how that worked out. Oh, that was an unfortunate lead. Oh, I totally read the rocks, and I got punished for that. I got punished horribly for that. I have not been doing well this season, but regardless, we're going to try to turn it around, keep it going. But, you know, things happen. I just am kind of depressed that I lost my my hazard control so early. Outside of Yanmega, though, I don't really have as much of a need for hazard control, so that's okay. If Florges comes in, that's fine. We're just going to go ahead and hard switch into the Bronzong. It actually is a pretty good Pokemon. The part I dislike the most about losing my Xatu so carelessly was the fact that it had my hazard bouncing. It had all my stuff there. But we do have Bronzong. He's going to switch into Ninetales. A little bit of an annoyance there. But I do have P2. And I'm just going to hard switch right to P2. This is a lot of switching early game. I'm trying to feel him out. And I misplayed around the Rhyperior so hardcore. That's just awful. That is just awful. But we are specially defensive as all get out, so we can take those, no problem. I could predict the Rhyperior go for Hidden Power Grass, but I think Psyshock overall is the better play. In it comes 196 speed. If he's not speed invest... Oh, he's leftovers. Well, we will Hidden Power Grass. That does so little. That's actually kind of sad. I was kind of hoping it would do a little more than that, but it didn't. So, that's unfortunate. Yeah, we're going to just go Quagsire. Should have stayed with Quagsire at the beginning, but I didn't, so, you know, things happen. Toxic, makes sense. He doesn't have any steel types himself, so we can trade Toxics. At the moment. I am not happy with myself. I'm going to be honest. Not happy at myself at the moment. I need to get Bronzong in. I need to get the rocks up. That'll force him to try to get rid of the hazard. Quagsire actually does pretty well against his team outside of the Ninetales. and the Whimsicott, but we are going to get the Toxic off on the Florges, which is not the worst trade in the world. And that does give us an opportunity to go into our Bronzong and set up our own hazards. He's going to Heal Bell. That's fine. I figured he'd probably want to get the Heal Bell off, but this does give me a great opportunity to put our rocks up and start whittling away a little bit. So that's why we're going for that there. P2 can take another one, but I don't think it'll appreciate taking repeateds. Still, I need to keep Bronzong for a little longer so it can explode. So that's that. And we did trace the draw. Not that that's all that useful. And I could discharge. I think that's my best play, as he did actually go for the nasty plot. That is actually a huge threat at the moment. So that's why I'm going for that. I should be able to take one and get the discharge off. And as long as I get the paralysis, which I do get, this is still manageable. Now we'll recover. I was kind of hoping we'd outspeed after the paralysis. Didn't turn out that way. That's okay. Definitely unfortunate, though. Yeah, we're going to go into Yanmega and just go for the Buggy MZ, I think. No. Air Slash. It's a lot of his team for at least neutral. Florges comes in. That's fine. It's going to take the Air Slash. Not the best in the world, but it doesn't take it perfectly either. I could go for the Savage Spit Out now, but it won't really do enough. I won't be able to switch in much more with the Bronzong. I mean, not the Bronzong, the Yanmega, unless, of course, I get some recovery going. And I think I might go for the Explosion, predicting the Ninetales. That's probably my best play. And if he stays in with Florges, that could be okay too. As long as he doesn't protect, of course. I don't think he'll want to do that, though. Yeah, well, how low is the 48? Actually, with how low it is, I might be able to get away with just going for the Gyro Ball. I'm not doing the best at the moment. Not going to lie, this is not going well this week. Here's hoping I can turn it around, though. I think I did better last time I fought him. Gallisapod comes in. He's going to take a Gyro Ball. Not that it's going to do that much, but he can first impression. He could go for whatever he wants, but I think we're going to explode. As he does go for that first impression, we're just going to explode, and he Citrus Berry emergency exits. That's understandable. It's going to force the initiative on my end, so that's something. Kind of wish I could have gotten more damage off with that explosion. It kind of feels a little wasted. But it's not the worst in the world, just not as nice as I'd like it to be. So yeah, we'll go into our Ampharos, Mega up, and then go for the Reflect, or the Dragon Pulse, really, I think would be the better play. Flamethrower, we resist it once we've Mega'd. It won't do that much, and we can Dragon Pulse, get rid of the Ninetales. We're starting to actually get a little bit of ground. It's still not great, but it's something. And in comes Whimsicott. That thing is an annoyance. Unfortunately, I don't really have the best of ways to deal with it, so we're just going to Volt Switch. If we get knocked out, yeah. Whimsicott actually kind of sweeps us at this point. It's too fast. I need to have the speed boost, and it's probably got Grass. I have to hope it doesn't have Grass, or I can take a Grass move. I think that's really my only possibility, and go for the Toxic. Moonblast, okay, no, we're not taking that. Well, that's game. That is actually game, and I did terrible. Well, bitter defeats happen. I don't know how good that game was, but you played really well. I played not as well as I should have. I definitely did not see that coming with the Rhyperior. I thought he'd want to get his rocks up, and he waited, and it paid off for him. So, yeah, no, I need to play more Pokemon again, obviously. Oh, well. considering everything, I've been moving away from Pokemon anyway. I would like to keep my skills up, but I don't know. I will keep on this league, though, at the very minimum, of course. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling, so I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.